Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please excuse the wind, but I'm currently in southern Hungary, a few miles from the Romanian border, staying at this luxury castle hotel with mineral springs and wellness and spa. This morning I had a nice back massage. And the reason why I'm here with my family for a few days is because tomorrow is my 50th birthday. The big 5-0, half a century. I don't know why it's always stupidly windy when I make these videos. Maybe it's just the locations I go to. For a lot of people, 40 is when life really hits them. A lot of my friends got divorced in their 40s. A lot of them changed jobs. They take up new radical sports, as if they're trying to prove something to themselves that they're still young. Quite often I've had arguments where, I'm complaining about my age, my back, and I'm being told this is all nonsense, you're not old because they're the same age, and that it's all in the mind, that we're still young and fit and handsome and whatever else. And generally I say, bollocks. I'm not 20 anymore. But 50, there is a psychological weight to this. Now I know 50 is the new 40, and I know we live a lot longer than we did in the past. Just in my village, not many men make it to 50 because they generally die from eating too much bacon and drinking too much alcohol. So 50 is traditionally quite a waypoint to reach, but in the modern age it's nothing. You've still got another 30 or 40 years left until the government will give you a pension, because they keep moving the goalpost. You probably have another 30 years left on a mortgage for a house that you stopped liking decades ago. But for me, it's more, where am I? What am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? Am I happy with my situation? And where do I see myself in the future? But it is amazing what you can set your mind to when you say, I want this, and you do it. And this is really what I'm coming to terms with. I'm having to come to terms with. When you get to 50, what do you have? And what is there still left to aim for? Please write in the comments. Have a look at your own life and say, have you achieved what you wanted? Or do you think there is still more to go for? Because you can have unrealistic expectations as well. You can expect to be a superstar or rule the world or be an astronaut, or yeah, there are people who manage to do this, but a tiny few. Do you think you've achieved what you wanted, or are you still working towards it? I really have to evaluate where I am and where I'm going. Well, birthday has come and gone, and I'm back in the bush. The linen suit for formal meals has gone back in the cupboard, and I'm back in my old camouflage where I belong. I'm now 50. It's a new decade. There are a few things which I believe I can talk about at my age. God, that sounds bad. One, again, is, I don't know how many times I have to say it, make a bucket list and do it. When I look back on all the things I've done in my life, some with success, some not, I can look back and see what I've done and what there is still to do, because there will always be new items to add to the bucket list. Some things get knocked off the bucket list because they're unrealistic, or you just outgrow the idea. But one thing, more than anything else, which I would like to teach the younger generation, the journey is always better than the destination. But you don't know that until you've arrived. So many times I have put my full mind and body into doing something for sometimes extended periods, writing a book. And your only aim is to get it published. And when you first receive that box containing 12, 20, 50 copies, you're like, yay! For about 10 minutes. And then you're thinking immediately, I need to do my next one. Because it is the journey that envelops you, engulfs you, not the destination. But really it's being able to completely engross yourself and do something to the best of your abilities. So you go to sleep thinking about it, you wake up thinking about it, and that's all you focus on. That is the best part. When you set yourself goals, it's the journey to the goal, which is of far, far more importance to your soul, to your spirituality, to your mind, than achieving it. Sometimes on the way, you can choose another route. And maybe that's better, because you don't know how things will turn out until hindsight. Quite often in life, you're given a set of paths to follow. I myself was. I should have lived a very, very different life if I had followed advice. Now, I don't know if it had been a better life or not. I certainly wouldn't have had my 3 kids, or my amazing wife, my dog. But I'd probably have had another 3 kids, a wife and a dog. Maybe not. Maybe it would have ended very, very badly within the first 6 months. You never know. You also never know what is waiting for you down the road. Sometimes you think to yourself, I'll put this off for another year. or it would be better if I did something else because in the long term, blah, blah, blah. And there may not be a long term. I've lost a lot of friends over the years. An awful lot. And family members. And they all were planning for the long term. Having reached my half century, I have no idea how long I have left. And I'm not being negative or pessimistic, I'm a realist. I'm surrounded by wildlife which doesn't know from one day to the next whether there will be another day. And that is part of the cycle of life and nature. Just remember, we never really know until hindsight. Do take advice if it's from someone you respect and is someone who's already followed or has already walked the same path that you wish to, because they can give you some helpful advice, some top tips. Just don't expect everything to turn out black and white in a textbook fashion, because maybe your soul's path is not designed to walk on that. I always liken this to the feeling of a train grinding off the rails. If it feels like you're just grinding and everything's going wrong, the universe or nature or God is telling you you're on the wrong path. And it's time to reevaluate and put yourself back on the path you should be on. And then it starts going smoothly. As always, be free.